Hello, Virgo. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This is a reading for career and money for the third quarter of the year. So starting July, August, and September. So I'm going to start off with the Rebel deck. I'm going to pick one card for the energies for that time period. I'm going to follow up with animal spirits. And then I'm going to go into tarot with my usual spread. And I'm going to pull some further cards for each month. And finally, at the end, stay tuned for that. I'm going to have a pick a card section where you can ask questions that require a yes or no answer. So here we go for Virgo. Okay, the card that came out is card number 43, Come to Life. So she's actually painting on her thigh some kind of paint, gold-colored paint, or even bronze-colored paint. But it's where everything else about her is pretty toned down, colorless, and she's all of a sudden painting on herself some color. So, Come to Life. We'll see how that fits in. Card number 43. Okay, so let's go to the others. For Virgo. Virgo. Career and money. Oops, okay, it'll be this one here. And the card is number 56, and it is Spider Spirit. Make your dreams real. You are in control of spinning your own web, obviously. There's a lot of colors on the spider itself. So it says to make your dreams real. So come to life, make your dreams real. Okay, so we're going to leave it there for now. Go into the tarot. Okay, for Virgo. Oh, and before I forget, happy Canada Day, happy Independence Day if you're in the U.S., and happy birthday to you for the month of September, or late August. Okay, for Virgo. All right, here we go. So you at the present is the Nine of Pentacles. The opposing obstacles is the Eight of Wands. Desires and aspirations is the Sun. Guidance is the Hierophant. And the outcome is the Six of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck is Judgment. Perfect. So I like this. This is a second chance at something. It's resurrection. It's karmic. For you, it's like turning in your favor. But definitely I see an energy of getting a second chance at something here, okay? Or becoming a new you. Come to life, right? Come to life. Wake up from the dead. You in the present moment, and this, I said, is the Nine of Pentacles. So, you know, you have enough to go around for your own wealth and some left over to share with others. But in this deck, the Nine of Wands, she looks pretty bored. She looks disappointed or bored, like lethargic. Or even languishing. But she does have a squirrel in her hand. That's possibly her dependents. And they totally trust her. He's got a blindfold on his head or some kind of a hood on top of his head. So he trusts her very, very much. But she does have this lethargic look to her. So maybe things are not going as well as you would want them to be. And you're probably getting tired of the situation. It's probably not happening fast enough for you at this time. Things are just not developing as they should be. The opposing obstacles is the lack of or too much of communications or things, too many projects at once. It could be there's way too much on your plate. You can't really focus on everything, on all of them at the same time, or give your full 100% to all of them. Either that, or there's the lack of, either scenario could work, lack of information coming in, contracts coming in, lack of opportunities, or there's just way too much and you can't put your 100% in all of them. I'm going to pull some more cards on this. But the desires and aspirations is you want things to go sunny, bright. There's a baby on here, so something new. There's a ship sailing in the backyard, in the background as well of this card. Actually, there's 2 babies on here. So you're hoping for things to come in, like projects or opportunities to come in. And because 2 babies, it's kind of like 2 new projects, right? All right, I'll leave it at that, but that's what you're hoping for. The guidance is to the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about many things, but it could be traditions. It could be organizations like hierarchy, like a big company, like a corporation. It could be learning, higher learning. So either way, I would say is stick to your traditions, stick to your process that you need to go by. This Hierophant is blindfolded, so he doesn't know, but he feels like he doesn't see, but he knows the truth. There's a third eye as well on here, so your intuition should be also tapped into. But you do need to follow the rules and regulations. He's got a whip in his hand, and the 2 people in front of him are almost like slaves, like at the mercy of the Hierophant, and they're colored green and red, almost like the devil kind of energy. So he's got them under control. So I think it's about the hierarchy, it's about the corporation and the traditions that you need to follow. Yeah, I'll leave it at that for now. So just, don't forget to abide by the rules, be ethical, right? In your day-to-day activities for generating your business, but follow your company regulations. And possibly, I would say, the general law of your country as well. Your outcome is the 6 of Pentacles. Now, in this deck, 6 of Pentacles is supposed to be an energy of equal give and take, or someone who's rich that shares with the poor. But I see this as someone who's not sharing the wealth equally. The man is standing in front of this girl who's kneeling in front of him. He's offering her some food. But meanwhile, in the back, behind him, there's a boy who's also kneeling. He's already drinking out of a cup. And that plate of food is going to be offered to him next. So it's like he's already had something given to him. So there's an element of something not being fair here. So possibly this could be whatever you're doing for a career or work. The man could be the company, and the company is favoring their own profitability before giving to you. So if you're looking for a bonus or something of that matter, they're not going to give as much as they're going to keep in their pocket. It's kind of what I see from this. I need to pause the video. I got to bring my cat in. Hold on. All right, I'm back. All right, so I said I was going to pull more cards on the 8 of Wands. So tell me more about the 8 of Wands as being an obstacle. Tell me more about the 8 of Wands being an obstacle. We have the Emperor. Oh boy, okay. We have the Emperor, we have the Tower, we have the Devil. So we have all major arcana. Very significant. So let's pull another one. Okay, a couple more came. I'll take them all. It is what it is. Okay. So the Emperor is an energy of control. The Empire, right? The Emperor is in control of his empire. His subjects are in front of him. So there's an element of someone who needs to be in control. But there's also a turtle on this deck, and I associate turtles with wisdom, ancient wisdom. So there's an element of having to follow the rules and being totally in control of the situation. So I think that the 8 of Wands in that instance, like I said, maybe there's just way too much. I think it's more that there's way too much on your plate. Too many activities, too many prospects, too many opportunities, too many quotes, too many whatever you're doing for your job. There's just too many, and you're having an inability to focus properly and be in control. the Tower and the Devil. So the Tower is about shaking the foundation, not the foundation, sorry, but the top. And the people are actually falling out of the tower. So there's a significant change that needs to occur. And then we have the Devil, which is at the mercy of, being at the mercy of. And this could also be self-inflicted thoughts too, right? So, but I think in this case, it's more like you're at the mercy of the company or the business you're working in. Following that, four of the cards came out, and I wanted to know more about those three that came out already. So we have the Magician, and this is another, this is another major arcana, followed by the Star, followed by the Three of Cups, and followed by the Nine of Swords. So for me, this is an energy of you wanting something different. You're stuck in the situation up here where there's massive changes and you're still bound, tied to your business or the way things are going or the way things are done. You want change. And the Star is about wishing upon a star, having guidance, following the guidance of the star, or it's about healing. It could be about resting. You're overworked. And then we have the Three of Cups, which to me is a collaboration in this deck here, or in this reading here for money and career. It would be a collaboration amongst your peers. But there's a lot of worries regarding that. There's a lot of work. A lot of things that are on your mind. Okay, so you clearly want change, and that's what you're wishing here. You want things to be bright again. You don't want to have all these thoughts, all these worries. You have 9 swords, you have 8 wands. And like I said, you're overly worried about not being able to do your job the way that you should be able to do it. There's just way too much. And you're worried about every one of those wands plus more, right? You have an extra one. All right, so let's pull another card on the Hierophant. So give me more about the Hierophant for the guidance. We have the Knight of Swords. And the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so the Nine of Swords is about fast actions, communications that could cause some issues. There's a burning house in the background and people are running away. So I think that you need to follow the rules, but be extremely quick and precise with your communications. Maybe there's an element of warning here to not be too brash because it could burn some bridges, okay? So I will use that there. So all in all, be ethical, do what you got to do, follow the rules. Be very decisive and clear and very quick in your actions and your communications. And also an element of balance will appear, or maybe treat everybody or every project the same way so that everything is balanced. Don't favor one over the other unless it's like something that's more, that's going to generate more revenue. I would focus on the one that generates the more revenue. But clearly, you have an essence in here that you need to change something about your perception. And maybe I think from what I see here is come to life. So you need to maybe get out of this mode of, I think languishing is the word, being in that state. You need to come out of that state and focus on the task at hand, but really, really put some emphasis on collaborating with your partners, your peers. I have an attitude about that at work myself. Like, why are we, like, for example, on a project where not everybody needs to be in the meeting? Something, divide and conquer, basically, that's what I'm saying, is not everybody needs to be in the same meetings all the time. One could be in one meeting for one project and the other could be in another meeting for another project, but you all collaborate together on those projects, right? So it's important to be to prioritize your time and energies, especially in these times. Okay, especially when we need to double up on everything to actually try to gain more business, more clients at this time as things pick up from after the pandemic. I'm going to pull some cards here on the Six of Pentacles. So let me go with this deck now for the Six of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Six of Pentacles as an outcome card. We have the Ten of Swords. And we have the King of Cups. Yeah, so the Ten of Swords is putting something to rest. It's the man's dead, and now he's being buried, okay? There's a burial ceremony for him. So laying things down, letting them go. It's a new day, okay? The new day is starting. And this is good because that's what you're hoping. You're hoping for clarity. You're hoping for brightness, for abundance. But we need to let go. We need to let go of the past, what did not work out in the past. But I remember I mentioned that the Six of Pentacles was somehow the company is keeping more assets and not sharing as much with you, for example, their employees. They kind of have to do that if they actually did not have the same revenue as they did over the past quarters due to the pandemic. But then after that, we have the King of Cups. And the King of Cups in this deck for me is one that washes away any negative emotions from his life. He's pouring the cup out. And to me, that's like getting rid of that emotional baggage. So putting things to rest and getting rid of the emotional baggage, you'll be able to do that. I think this is something that you're successful at doing this in the future. Okay, as an outcome. I mean, whatever the company is going to give you is going to be sufficient enough for you to be happy, content. And it'll reset the pendulum for you and probably helping you to come to life, to be brighter and to make your dreams come true. Okay? I'm going to pull now the cards for the month. So I'm going to start with the Keeper's deck. So for July, what do we have for July for Virgo? July for Virgo. We have marriage, okay? That to me is a contract. We have high honor for August. For September, we have message, okay? We're going to go now with Le Normand. Okay, this card, marriage. Okay, yes, good. August. Great. And September. Perfect. And I'm going to pick a card from this deck as well. So for July, August, and September. Okay, so for July, we have the marriage card. And for money and career, that would represent a partnership. It's a new partnership. It's a contract that's being signed between two entities, either a new client or you're starting a new job or a new responsibility. And the fox is about work. It's your day-to-day stuff. So that clearly to me means there's something new pertaining to work happening for you. We have this guy here who's sitting there. It's a monkey. And he's going to be crushing this this little teddy bear made out of, I guess, bread or something. And then it's going to crumble. So, yeah, to me, this is basically his job. And it's got to do with transforming things, making them simple, for example. And he also he looks like a judge. So he looks like he's dressed like a judge or someone of authority. So I think your contract, I'm going to show the cards. Your contract, the marriage, for work, puts you in a position where you are in control. You have a judgment to make onto others or the situation. See here, judgment. We talked about that. So I think you have a level of responsibility that's being presented to you in July that's different than the usual, where you have a little bit more control. And I think that maybe is what is part of this here. There's a change coming your way, okay? We talked about the control card with the Emperor, change is coming, and then you're stuck with the company, right? You're kind of bound to them. And that's happening here. You have this kind of new responsibility, and you're hoping, wishing to change things so there's more collaboration with your teammates, okay? So that's probably what's going on. In August, we have the High Honor card, which to me is about, again, someone of authority, someone with discipline, someone who's deserving of the rank that they have. And then you have the bouquet, which is a gift or something beautiful, something that's pleasing to the eye. And then we have this card of a hook, a fish hook with some dollar bill dangling from it, and hoping to catch a business person, right? So I think there's a competition. There's like some kind of competition, like a carrot at the end of the stick. There's some level of competition that's going on for you. But I think this is very good because you end up being the one that's recognized with the high honor, and the gift, the bouquet is a gift, following this competition. So you're going to be successful with this, okay? September, we have message, which is a written communication. We have moon, and then we have you standing out from the crowd. You're different than the others. So again, to me, this is the moon in this deck is about reputation. This to me is about you receiving a letter, a statement, some kind of award. Again, following this competition, you're going to be recognized in writing, okay? And you're going to stand out. And it's good for your reputation. So coming to life is important because it brings you some beautiful things and make your dreams real. You know, you are able to do that. We can see that from this reading. So good, all the best to you. All right, so now I'm going to go to the section where we do the 3 questions. So I would ask that you formulate 3 questions in your mind that can be answered with a yes or no answer. And I will proceed now to pick the cards. All right, so if you have a question for card number 1, the answer is yes, within the next few months. Okay? Question number 2, it says no, not the right time. Question number 3, it says yes, a year from now. All right, my Virgos, I hope you like this. Leave me a comment if you so wish to. I would really love to hear from you. And if you like the reading, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't done so already and you want to hear from me, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload videos next time. All right, so you have a great one. Take care. Bye-bye.